is Sunday May Long Weekend, and it is a cold and wet Sunday May Long Weekend. And I'm just back with another tag video. I'm going to do Creole, which is getting to know you tag, and I will post the link for his original video down in the description box. I'm going to go ahead and just jump right in because I do have another video to do today. I'm going to start with question number 1. What is your favorite time of year? For me, that's easy. It's summer. If you were to ask me my favorite holiday, my favorite Sabbath, I love Yule. I love Christmas time. That's my favorite. I just don't like winter. Winters are cold, long, and harsh here. Summer is my most favorite time of year. I have the most energy, and I'm sure that's true for most people. But I know some people that they're not fond of summer. So. But for me, it's when I'm the most creative, the most alert, and I just absolutely love it. I love spending all my time in the summer outside and all my time in my garden. So hands down, definitely summertime. Question number 2, describe your perfect home. I don't need to have a great big fancy mansion type house, but I would like a bigger house. I've actually lived in a bigger home than this. Before we bought this house, I lived in a house that was probably 2.5 times bigger than this, and we downsized. But my perfect home would have a lot of property so that I could have greenhouses and gardens galore, and so I could have lots of dogs. That would be the perfect property, and not be in the city. I live in the largest city here in Manitoba, and yeah, if I had a choice, I would live out of town and somewhere close by the water. Question number 3. If you couldn't be a witch anymore, which religion or faith would you choose? Now, I was a little bit confused about this question only because, well, I mean, I wasn't confused like about what the question meant, but I was unsure if maybe he meant the question like if you couldn't be pagan anymore, or because to me, like for me personally, paganism and witchcraft they do go together, but they are also separate, meaning that, you know, if you're pagan, that doesn't necessarily mean that you practice witchcraft, and vice versa. You may practice witchcraft and maybe you're not pagan. So I was a little bit unsure about the question, like the meaning of the question. So I'm just gonna take it to mean exactly, you know, what it sounds like. So if I couldn't practice witchcraft, I would still choose paganism. I would still be pagan and just wouldn't practice if I couldn't, I guess. I hope that made sense. And I hope I'm not the only one that kind of, I don't know, like, you know what? I didn't have a chance to watch anybody else's. Actually, no, that's not true. That's not true. I actually watched Athena. Athena did the tag, and that was the first one that I watched, and then I had to go back to the original video, but yeah, that's the only one that I watched. So and you know what, I don't even think that she did that one, because I think she did the tag with her son. See, now I'm just going off on a tangent, completely blah, 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 rambling. Sorry about that. But yeah, I don't think that she did that one. So I'm just going to answer it like that. If I couldn't be a witch, or if I couldn't practice witchcraft, I would still choose the pagan faith. Question number 4. What is the most creative thing about you? I think that I'm pretty crafty. I make jewelry, paint, art. I think, you know, I just like to be creative. I'm in my studio right now, and I hand make as much as I possibly can. So I'm going to go with that. Question number 5, describe something that scares you. I'd have to say losing, what scares me is the thought of losing the people that are close to me and losing the people that I love. What scares me is when I don't hear from somebody and I'm supposed to, or if I haven't heard from somebody and they are traveling out of town, something like that. I just become a big bundle of nerves and I get all crazy, and I know that I shouldn't over worry like that, but like, say for instance, my youngest tells me he's going out of town with friends, or they're going to the lake. I make him text me before he leaves. I ask him to text me partway through to tell me where he's at, and text me when he gets there. Yes, he is a full-grown man, but pardon me, I literally cannot concentrate on anything if I don't know where my people and my loved ones are, and knowing that they're safe. I kind of need to know where they are, even if don't know their exactly. If I, like, for instance, if I know that one child is at work and the other child is shopping, or the other one's at home or whatever, I'm happy. But it scares the crap out of me if I don't know where people are and I should have heard from them. Question number 6. Who is your hero? So that's a bit of a tough question. I guess, pardon me, how do you define that? I guess it's different for everybody. I mean, for me, really, if I had to pick only one person, I mean, I could go on to tell you, you know, my parents, and my boys, I mean, for all different types of reasons. But I mean, if I only had to pick one person, that would be my spouse, my partner, because although none of us are perfect, nobody is, but the kinds of things that he took on and overcame, and you know, ready-made family, that kind of thing, I'd have to say that's probably, if I only had to pick one, that would be it. Question 7. Tell us about an animal you love or loved with your heart. That was another question I was just kind of like on the fence about. I mean, I have my favorites. But bears. And I'm so sorry. I completely just, somebody was coming, so I was just listening. But, okay, tell us about an animal you love or loved with your heart. So, bears. Bears are like my favorite, one of my favorite animals. And dogs. I love dogs. And if I had my way, I would have more dogs. Unfortunately, my dog, who gets along with every animal he sees and thinks he should meet every single one that we come across, only feels like that on neutral territory. He does not like them in the house, and he does not allow them in the yard. He smooches with the dogs right through the chain link fence next door, and you know, both previous people that lived in the house on the other side had dogs, and he absolutely adored them. But I tried to do meet and greet here in the house with my dog, and it's not happening, because I would like to get 2 more. I'd like to get a couple more rescues, because our home and our hearts are big enough to rescue as many dogs as we are legally allowed to have, and that's exactly what I would like to do. So probably I'm gonna say dogs and bears, Question number 8. Do you believe in soulmates? You know what? This is something I've heard so many people talk about and so many people debate. And you know what? For myself, sometimes I feel yes, and sometimes I feel no, because, and not even no in a bad way, just like, I think it depends on a person's interpretation of what a soulmate is to them. I mean, generally we all think, okay, you thought this person was your soulmate, the relationship doesn't work out, and you end up moving on, and then maybe you meet somebody else and you're like, this is your soulmate. And maybe that is the case. Maybe, okay, the people that you were with that it didn't work out with, because a lot of people will tell you, well, it didn't work because that wasn't your soulmate. Pardon me, but do I feel that the person I'm with is my soulmate now? Yes. However, I don't really know for sure. Like, if you ask based on connection and how I feel about that person, then I would say yes. And I don't know if I'm making any sense whatsoever. Really, I don't. Because it's a tough one for me, you know. So I guess really honestly, I could say I don't know. I'd like to think that yes, there is, but I don't really know. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Question number 9. Would you rather create or view art? That's easy. Create. I love to be creating. I need to be creating. In fact, after I finish catching up on my videos, I have some things that I need to do and some things that I need to make and fill some orders. I love to view art as well. I probably have just as many, if not more, artsy or crafty YouTube channels in my subscription list. Question number 10. Describe your favorite part of your body. I'm going to say my hands. And I don't know why. On film they look a lot bigger than they are, but I have very small and delicate hands, so I'm going to say my hands. Question number 11. Take a deep breath. Which came first? The chicken or the egg? Yeah, I'm not even going to answer that because I don't have a clue. So that's it for Creole, which is Getting to Know You tag. And again, I'm going to link link his channel for that video down in the description box, so you can head over there and check out his video and do the tag yourself. Thanks for watching. Bye.